Hey everyone, can you see everything working on your end? G'day Mark. G'day Paul. G'day Dusk Till Dawn. Hey Ross. Unfortunately I don't get to choose who gets picked in this. The Duke of Lyndhurst. G'day mate. Baloo Bagger. G'day. Maximus. Benno. Josh. North Queensland Feral Control. How you going mate? Another Mark. Matt. Vaughan. Brad. David. G'day everyone. I even got. I'm sorry, mate. I'm not sure how do you pronounce it. Pronounce your name. Heywood. Bushland Protection. Peter. Casey. James. G'day everyone. I will wait until 8 o'clock before I do the redraw on this. I was faced with a hard decision earlier. As some of you may have seen, Bob did finally contact me in my post earlier, but I had to make the call that sorry it was too late, because I have to be fair to everyone. So I know how you must feel, Bob. I'm sorry, but rules are rules, and I have to give everyone a fair chance. So I know it probably wasn't good news for you. Who else is on here? Paul, Roger, Benno, Michael Jones, Heath, Wops Glass. Here you go, mate. What's the best low mag thermal scope you'd rate highly? Well, when you say low mag, that's meaning the lowest base magnification. If that's the case, I do happen to have it right here. This one here is the Knockpix, the S60R, the Ace S60R. There's a base magnification of 2, and it is a 1280 resolution scope, and in my opinion it is the best thermal scope that I've actually looked through on the market to date, because it is a 1280 and it just probably the AI enhancement in it. It is very, very nice. You've got the built-in laser rangefinder in the front there in the lens, so it's not big and bulky. I've got the Magnatech rings on it. They're really nice rings. It's got the little ocular zoom. As a lot of you've probably seen, I have been using the Ace H50R for the last probably 12 months almost. And actually Knockpix have made an announcement this evening. I actually got an email from them. They're announcing a few new products, I think on the 4th of September, so in a few days' time. I just better keep up with these comments. Hey Jordan, hello Daryl. LPVO. Well, actually, speaking in LPVO, I do have one right here, which, thanks to TSA Australia, they've just sent me out the new Zerotech Trace ED LPVO optic. I might unbox it later for you and just show you what comes with it. I'll do a full review after I've used it for a bit and can give you some honest feedback. Mark, did we need a pre-ender for this or just be live? Yes, you need to have had to comment of the code word that was in my video, in the video review that I did of the Mars thermal. Actually, just hold on a second. I'll just stop this thing from, I've got to stop this tracker thing from tracking me. I'll go and get the thermal, so I've got it here in my hands. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. Also, I'm trying out some new microphones which I got in the mail just today. They're the new DJI Mic 3s that just got released the other day. So my other ones were starting to die on the battery. This is the this is them. They come in a little case. This time, this case I can actually put the fluffy bits in the case itself and shut the lid. The other ones I used to have to take the top off them all the time. It was really annoying. Let's see, some more comments here. Good evening. Archiofix. How you going, mate? Tony, how you going? Hi, Dan. Shell Harbour. I'm not exactly sure where that is. Maximus. Wops Glass, what sort of dollars are they? Which one are you actually talking about? If you can let me know. Troy Lynch. G'day, Troy. Kay Gilbert. G'day, how you going, Mick? Can you hear me this time? I hope the new microphones are working. How's the new Ruger Gen 2 going? Oh, I love it, mate. It's one of my favourite rifles that I've got. Very comfortable and really nice to use. How you going? 1958 old timer. Thanks, Peter. I'm glad the sound's good. I'm actually using the DJI. What do you call this thing? It's going to follow me all the way around. Hang on, I'll just stop it from tracking me. It is, if I can see where it says, on here somewhere. I should just forget what it actually is. Should say on it somewhere what it is. It's sort of like it's a Oz DJI gimbal thing. That it's got a 3-axis gimbal on it, holds my phone, and so I can move around, and it's actually got a head tracker on this, a little camera thing that actually follows my face, so I can be walking around talking at the camera and it keeps my face in the frame. I'm getting behind in all these comments. How you going, Jamie? Oh yeah, righto. Wollongong South, there you go. Jacob Smith, hello from the Gold Coast. That's good to hear, Mick, thank you. Got a minute to go and then we'll do this draw. You like the Nova H35R? Yes, I love the Nova. It's a very good little unit. The only downside is it doesn't have a screen in its own, so if you're for someone buying the Nova, it is only a dedicated remote mounted thermal. But actually SmartRest do sell a little hand grip thing you could use and say Wi-Fi it straight to your phone, so it'll hold your phone in the holder. So if you wanted to scan with that, you can do it that way. Yeah, Caleb, now for the suspense. Righto, so I'm gonna just not look at the comments for a bit because I'm going to do this draw. Now I'll try and turn this camera around on here so you can see my screen. I'll stop it from following me. Okay, so if you can see the screen there, I've got loaded the URL from that video, and we have 325 comments that were eligible for the winner. So I'm going to go here now and I'm going to pick a winner for, this is the prize is the Mars MT1000 LRF thermal scope. So let's see who wins this. Okay, Craig won. What does he say? Awesome giveaway, mate. I do volunteer pest control with land care, and this thermal scope would make a huge difference in monitoring pests in grazing areas. It would let me keep both the cow and the local wildlife safe while making our conservation work more effective. So congratulations, Craig. You have won the Mars thermal scope. I'm not sure whether you're on this chat, but if you are, send me an email to intothe1993@gmail.com and I'll give you the further instructions there. So let's get this camera back up here. So congratulations, Craig. I'll just put in the chat here my email so you can do that. Righto, into the 1993@gmail.com. So if you can send me an email, and we'll go from there. So yeah, righto. We'll go back in the comments. What's up here? No worries, Andrew. I love making the videos for you all to enjoy, and I'm glad that I can be helpful to some people. I know a lot of people don't seem to like watching the reviews, but a lot of other people do. And it's something I always wanted to do. So because if I can help anyone out by doing them, then I think it's made them worthwhile. How about a review on the Benelli Lupo HPR? I'm not even exactly sure what that is. Is that a shotgun? I know Benelli do make the shotgun, but if they want to send me one, I'll definitely do a review on it. G'day Marty. G'day Bill. How much? Peter Adams says, how much are they? What are you actually talking about? Is it the thermal scope or which thermal scope? Now for the next scope giveaway. Well, I might have to talk to Knockpicks and see if I can give away some of theirs. But because I don't own them myself, I'll have to get their permission to give them away. But so no promises. No worries, Josh Van Gerven. Congrats, Craig. Thanks again for giving us a chance to win such an awesome gear. No worries, mate. How do I get all the freebies? Well, started a YouTube channel, and other companies see the videos and reviews and stuff I do, and nearly every day I get emails from different companies wanting to send me free stuff, but most of it I do turn down because it's not relevant to the work that I do, and I physically don't have the time to review everything that's offered to me. It does get the company's publicity, and there's payment for that. You do usually get to keep the devices, but with knockpicks and some of the other ones, I do usually charge a fee for the review videos, and just to cover the cost of my time and effort that it takes to make all these videos. But usually most of them are loan units that I do have to send back at some stage, or some of them actually do give me a thermal as at the end of the 12-month contract as a payment for all the work that I do for them, marketing for them and showing you guys how the scopes and how the different ones perform. So it helps me out, and it helps them out as well. And so the one leaf, they did send me the scopes, and they told me that I can give one away as a channel giveaway, and I get to keep the other one. And so I'm yet to decide what I'll do with it. But it is good to be able to help you guys out as well, and give back to you guys as well. Yeah, definitely. Archeofix's reviews are good with footage. Showing real-time footage is great before people make a purchase. That's definitely the case, because usually if I'm going to purchase something, the first thing I do is go and research it, find YouTube reviews, anything like that, that I don't want to just rush in and spend a heap of money and realise that, I shouldn't have done that, or it's not really what I actually want to do with it. It's not really going to suit what I need it for. So then, if I can watch a review about it and help me make my mind up, excuse me, that's what I like to be able to do for all you guys as well. Thanks, Peter. I do appreciate it. How's the Thermite going? Well, to be honest, I haven't actually really used it much lately, because it is a 256 resolution, and when I got thermals like the Knockpicks, which is a 1280, and also this Pulsar, the XL60, it's a 1024 by 768 resolution, so it's not quite 1280, but it's very close. I find it actually very hard to go out and use a DNT scope I'd say any thermal with a 256 resolution when I've got something so nice as that sitting in the cupboard. But I did do the videos and showed you how they performed, because they did give their scope to me for the purpose of that. So most of the time I don't use it a lot, but I do occasionally use it on the 22. If you want to go and shoot a rabbit or something like that, it's just still a good little scope. I like the night vision feature in it where you can just switch between the two. Well, I don't think they'd be into that, Daryl, because I've thought about starting up a second channel for just reviews, but the trouble is, most of the companies, because I've got the followers that I have, actually it ticked over 18,000 the other day, so thanks again for everyone for your continued support. But with new channels, they don't really like to send stuff out unless you've got enough followers to sort of make it worth their while, I think. I'm guessing that's how they work. But if you can, by all means, start up your own channel and find something that you want to be able to find your little niche that you can publish, whether it be shooting, whether it be anything else you're interested in doing and you can do and other people want to see. I thought about it for a long time before I actually started, and it was actually watching YouTube videos and learning how to start up a YouTube channel. And a lot of their motto is just, you just got to hit record, and it is pretty much just that. Actually, maybe I might do some giveaways for just my Patreons. So for those who do support me financially on Patreon, it's a good idea, Mick. I might do some there. Alpex 4K for bristle up. Yeah, well, I honestly I don't want to do too many reviews and too much time with night vision stuff, because I personally don't use it, because I much prefer thermal. It's more suited for what I do here on the farm. Yeah, I find it hard to do reviews on products that I personally aren't going to use, and I feel like I'm probably wasting the company's time doing it as well, because I can't use it properly and give you honest feedback on how it works properly for me if I can't put it to proper test. And I feel like it wastes my time when I could be taking out something and doing a more productive job with pest control with something else that I would rather use, and it's more suited for me. Seeing out if you're ever in Townsville. I've only ever been up there once. I've never actually shot a deer, so it would be good to get up there and get a chittle as well. But I've only ever been to Townsville once too. But it's a beautiful area up there. Would like to go back sometime. Yes, Peter Adams, you're soiled, Josh. Too many toys. Yeah. Well, it happens. You do get spoilt when you get a lot of these, especially this high-end thermal stuff. The low-end stuff, it is you don't really want to use it once you've used the better stuff. But I have been trying to do a few reviews of some of the lower-end stuff, just so people that can't afford the high-end stuff, something that's more of a budget, entry-level stuff. Excuse me. Congrats on 18K. Thanks, Mark. It was certainly a lot of work to build a YouTube channel, and it's pretty much almost a full-time job in itself. But so I've got a very forgiving wife, and I have sacrificed a lot of family time to get these videos out. And sometimes I do have to step back and say, look, no, I don't have time to do videos this weekend, because I have to spend time with the family, and because they do come first. Which one, in your opinion, is value for money and usability, the one-leaf Mars or the DNT? Well, the DNT one that I've used is only a 256 resolution. The Mars is a 640, so it's 3 times the resolution of the DNT. But DNT do make I think it's a 635, which has got a 640 sensor in it as well. And I think, I'm not exactly sure. I've only had a bit of a look through a mate's one, and I think I do prefer the image in the Mars. It just seemed to be a little bit better, I thought. But I didn't put them side by side and compare them like that either, so it's a bit hard to say. But just from what I remember of using them, that's my thoughts of that. Hello from India. I can't pronounce your name, sorry mate, but g'day. Thanks, the Duke from Lyndhurst. 18K, nice one, champ. Thanks, mate. Can I hit it? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Hey guys, hit the thumbs up. So I'm just getting behind in some of these comments. The Knockpick would be keen to see some reviews on a Knockpick Slim H35 and a D&T Hydra 640. I actually haven't seen any of that. I haven't had a chance to look through the Hydra 640. I'm pretty sure I called in to see Jesse at Bristleup one day when I was going through there, and I did have a look through one of the Slim H35s from Knockpicks, and they were actually not a bad little unit. I've obviously only had a look at them in the shop, but I don't know. Maybe I will get one sent out eventually. From what I remember, they were a pretty good unit as well. Toyota Man says hi from Collie, Western Australia. G'day, mate. Not all of us get a chance to use a thermal. No, unfortunately, some people can't afford it. But for me, like, I worked very hard to buy my first thermal. It was actually a Pulsar monocular, which I just recently sold. But it's been a terrific little unit. But once Queensland brought in their 10-cent cans, on 10 cents cash back on cans, I spent many days in the filthy stink of our local tip picking up cans that people were just chucking out, and I made enough to be able to buy my first thermal just from picking up cans. So that was a lot of hard work, but it definitely paid off in the end. But I can definitely justify it now, because as I heard Nathan Stewart from Edge of the Outback, he mentioned once that people ask him how he can justify spending that sort of money on the high-end thermals, and he said, well, he has friends that have a boat that might have paid 40,000-50,000 for or more, and they use it twice a year, and he uses his every week, and I can honestly relate to that. I do use it every week, sometimes multiple times a week, but depending how I go for time. So it is a tool that I can definitely justify spending that kind of money on. Which I did have to before I started getting the thermals from, it was used to be Infrared, which is now Knockpicks. I did a 12-month contract with them, sort of being an ambassador for them and showcasing their products. But before I did get into that, I did spend out a heap of money to buy my first thermal, which was a thermal scope, that is, which was the eye-aiming game changer, and it was a really good scope until I had an issue with it. After about 12 months of using it, it had a little issue. I had to send it back, and they said they couldn't fix it, and they were going to replace it. So I went and paid the difference instead, and got my first Pulsar, right, that Thermion 2 XP50 Pro, which I still have now. What's a good one to start with for value? With a thermal scope, whatever you can afford, really. But it is a big rabbit hole to go down to as to what one is best suited for you. You sort of need to look at field of view, how much field of view you need, what you see that then comes back to what base magnification you need for your thermal. You don't obviously need to have a 640. You can make do with a 384, but my advice is always go for as most as what you can possibly afford, because you won't be regretting it later on. Because the better the resolution, the better your target ID is. But some of them, if you might get a 640 that only has a 2 times base magnification, and you want to shoot foxes out at further distances, and you got to zoom in. By the time you zoom in to 4 times, you're back to 384 resolution anyway. So you might still be just as well off buying a 384 resolution one that's a bit cheaper, and that has a base magnification of 4. So, and you still got just as good a picture. So you might save yourself some money like that too. So that's my advice with that. So go and talk to see someone like Jesse from Bristolup. He has a wealth of knowledge. Otherwise, go and talk to your local dealer, and always try and support local if you can, because it's your support of local businesses that keeps them open. So Jason Barnett, thanks again for the opportunity to win. Keep up the good content and have a good night. Stay safe. Thanks, Jason. You too. Could you talk more about the giveaway I just got here? Yeah, so the giveaway, Cameron, the person who won the Mars, this is a Mars MT1000 LRF thermal scope. I had it up for the giveaway. The person who won it was Craig. I'm not sure what the last name is, but the YouTube handle is at Craig1. So I'll actually post that in the comments if I can. Righto. I'm not sure if Craig, if you're watching this, shoot me an email and I'll get back to you on that, and I'll give you further information on how to claim it. Hi from Toowoomba. Leo Yu. G'day, mate. John Miller. Thanks, mate. The gun or the thermal with the LRF? Peter Adams, Josh, which one is it, the gun or the thermal with the LRF? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that, sorry. The thermal, the winner here, the prize here, the thermal actually has the LRF. That's what the thing is here on the side. So yeah, it's laser rangefinder. You can range your target, and it actually has the ballistics. You can put your ballistics data for your rifle in, so all your data, and it will actually calculate your bullet drop and tell you where to aim with that. So it is quite a nice feature. It's got interchangeable lenses. It comes with a 50mm lens and a 35. One issue I did have when I got the first one, it was having an issue with the 50mm lens on there, and as I changed the focus, it was actually moving your point of impact up and down. But what I did to fix that, they sent me out some bigger O-rings that I put in there, which actually made it quite difficult to get the lens on, but it was a nice tight fit, and that solved that issue. I didn't have any trouble. I was head shooting rabbits out to, I think, even 200 meters, I think. Actually, Ben got that one headshot out to, was it 195 meters, I think, with it. So there's no problems there with that. So it's quite a nice feature to have, to be able to change the lens. A 50mm lens gives you a little bit higher base magnification. The 35mm lens that it comes with as well is, it's more or less no magnification. So if you want to shoot pigs or something up close range, you're better off with a 35mm objective lens, excuse me. A cheap night vision, any good? Can't afford thermal. Well, night vision are definitely cheaper than thermal, but you can, I'm not sure about the real cheap stuff. Like I get offered all the time to send us night vision goggles and night vision stuff, but I usually turn most of them away, and because I'm not really interested in it. But so I can't really say that I've tried any of the stuff. But when you say for $300 for a thermal unit, I don't know, night vision unit, sorry, it's probably, I couldn't really expect it to do much, but you never know. Like with the Goya Joe scope, I was actually quite surprised how it performed for the price of that thermal. So I think it was only about $1,300-1,400 or something, Australian dollars even. So it is a quite a good little thermal. But on saying that, you look at for like a pretty decent thermal, like some of the pards that I have used, the pard ones. You can usually pick them up for around about $800 to $1,200. Some of the cheaper ones, but you can go up to around about $1,800 is sort of the top of the range. Digital night vision scopes and stuff like that, like the Alpex and the Pard 4Ks and things like that, usually around about that $1,800 Australian, that is. And they are probably some of the best. But if you want to get into like phosphorus night vision, then you're looking at spending huge dollars, like anything from 12 to 20, 30 grand. That's more than what you'd actually pay for a thermal. Thanks, Josh. Waiting for the next shooting video. Well, I haven't actually had a chance to get on the computer lately and do some editing because I was away for a wedding this weekend, which is a really nice time away. And so I only got back, so I haven't had time to edit my next one. But I have got some footage there. I need to kind of work out how to put it together and get another one out, so hopefully this weekend. But I will be away again this weekend too, so it's been pretty hectic here lately. Hi from Iran. Where are you from? I'm from Australia, mate. Thinking of building a dedicated thermal rifle setup for nighttime pig hunting. Any suggestions on the rifle? Would be shooting from a quad bike with a rest. Well, if I were you, I'd just buy a Ruger Ranch or something like that. They're really short, quite light, and very rugged, and they come with a pick rail right on the top already. So if you want to put a thermal, or most things have mounts to mount on pick rails. So it all comes standard. They're a very nice rifle to shoot, and they are accurate as well. So have a look at. I've done a review on the new Gen 2, the Ruger Ranch Gen 2 that's come out, and it is a really nice rifle to use. And if you want to shoot from a quad, the Quad Rest 3 from Smart Rest is a really nice rest to use, and it's really quick and easy to operate, and it's quite stable, a lot more stable than the Quad Rest 2 that came out as well. So you have to go and have a look at Eagle Eye Hunting Gear's website, or just Google the Smart Rest Quad Rest 3, and you should be able to find it somewhere online, or even your local dealer should have some as well. Have you heard of the Brand Guide? They have a pretty sick thermal scopes. I actually have heard of them, but I haven't actually looked through them, so I'm not actually sure what they are like. Peter Adams. Hang on. This has just jumped where it's up to. Peter Adams says, Josh, do they make subsonic 223 in Australia? I'm not exactly sure, but I think you can. You can probably load a 223 down to shoot subsonic loads, but I've never actually seen it available in a shop to buy. But most places in Australia aren't actually. We can't use suppressors over here, so it's kind of pointless even using suppressed or subsonic in 223. You may as well just use a 22, in my opinion. The projectiles are nearly as heavy anyway, and a lot cheaper to buy, 22. But yeah, so I don't know. In Queensland, hopefully they do make suppressors available here soon, but I know we're working to build up awareness of how they are. They're not a dangerous thing. Like over in some countries, it's actually expected that you have it apparently. So I hope that can come to Queensland as well. Said brother's voice is already out of my text bracket. If you got the money, go Wedgetail MPR 308 for the pigs. Absolutely agree, mate. They are a terrific rifle for shooting at, and I love the accuracy out of mine. If any of you saw the review I did with these Magnatech scope rings, I put them on one of my glass scopes. I think it was my, what was it? Might have been my Leopold, either Leopold or the Trigicon scope. I can't remember which one it was, but I put it on a day scope so I could see the target properly, and it was, I think I got, about 3 shots into like 3/4 of an inch at 100. The holes were nearly touching, I'm pretty sure. So it wasn't running 5 shots actually, and that was taking the scope off between each shot. So you can't really ask for better than that. So the Magnatech scope rings do have a very good return to zero. Chris Vectors. I have seen the Chris Vectors. They're interesting looking rifle is one way of putting it, I suppose. Little by little. G'day, mate. How you going? Thanks, Don. T909. Hey, Josh. Just wondering if Craig doesn't get back to you, what are you going to have another redraw? Maybe 3rd time lucky. Cheers, mate. Yes. If Craig, if you are watching this and you haven't responded to me within 3 days, I will do another live redraw, just to make it fair for everyone. So make sure you do send me an email to intothe1993@gmail.com. I don't really have any way of contacting you. I might send you a reply to your message that you did say, and send you the link to this video so you can see it if you haven't already seen it. What are you filming your videos with? GoPros, camera, phone? Actually, most of it I do on my iPhone 15 Pro Max. I did buy the phone specifically for the camera and for filming. I did have an iPhone 13 I was using. I really liked the camera, but it didn't have the zoom. And I thought about going down the rabbit hole of using the digital SLR cameras, but for me, most of the time in my work, I can't go carrying it around, this big heavy camera, and risk smashing it up. So I went down the route of the iPhone 15 because it has 5 times optical zoom lens in it. So if I need to zoom in on an animal or something at a distance to show you guys what I'm actually looking at, I can do that. So it's actually a really, really good camera in it. G'day, Greg. Damagen, how you going, mate? Demand 82, how you going? Daniel Cruz TV, hello, what's up? How you going, Daniel? Do you like Wayne King? Not sure who that is. Whoops, my camera thing has just gone flat, I think, so gonna have to try and I might just hold my phone. My gimbal went flat. Just going down through some comments. When is the drawing? I've done the drawing, mate. If you want to go back early into this video and watch it, they did draw the winner. It was Craig, and his YouTube handle is @Craig1Craig1. So, Craig, if you are watching this, please get in contact with me to claim your thermal scope. Impressed with the magnetic mounts. Found a place down here in Victoria that has them. That's good, Greg. They are really, really good mounts. Actually, another one which I haven't actually showed a lot of, which I do really rate, are these American Defense quick release rings. So if you can contact Craig from Go Thermal, and he can supply you with these. They are a bit cheaper than Magnatec ones, and you don't have to put them on have their own base. They mount straight onto Picatinny rail. The return to zero is just as good, and available in different heights and different size rings as well. So they're not as quick to change as the Magnatec ones. I do really like the speed. You can swap them over, but all it is a matter of just flicking the lever, pushing that little button on here and lifting the lever up. But when they're clamped down tight, it takes a little bit of effort to actually get your finger under there and open it up. But they are still quick and easy. The return to zero is really good. So when I do the review on this pulsar thermal scope, I'm going to show you how good that return to zero is. So just another one. If you do want to find them, go and check out Craig from Go Thermal, and he can give him a call, mention my name, and he can supply you with one of them. Some of the dealers around the country do have them in stock, so you check them out as well. I know Jesse from Bristolup's got them in, so if you want to go down that path as well, by all means. But they should be a standard price. It doesn't matter where you go to get them. So they are a very, very good mount. Catch you for next time, Mark. Thanks, Mark. Woody 01 with the ballistics. I find when I'm at about 300 yards, the elevation is off. Do I adjust after the bullet speed? Do I just alter the bullet speed to adjust this? Is that in your thermal scope? Once you got the ballistics, where it's telling you to aim. To answer the question, oh, hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Do you use the ballistics on your Knockpix Ace? I've used them a little bit. Actually, I haven't used it extensively out at long distances. I did shoot at a target at about 395 metres the other day. I did have the wind drift turned on, but it wasn't actually allowing for the not the wind drift, the spin drift. It wasn't actually showing me where to aim off to the side, off to the right, to allow for that. So I did have to allow a little bit for the spin drift, and I did actually hit my target at 395. That was with the Ace S60R. But so I think you do have to keep that in mind out at longer distances. Yeah, if you've got a right hand twist in your barrel, generally the bullets will wander off slightly to the right as well. So, have you got Woody, have you got a chronograph to check the exact speed of your bullets as well? Because if you don't, and you're only guessing the speed, then you're going to have to use a lot of ammo to, if you got your ballistic coefficient set right, and all your scope height from above your bore, so the centre of your scope to the centre of your bore, as long as that's right, and your speed is, you'll have to adjust your speed. But if you're just guessing the ballistic coefficient, that can play a big part in where it actually tells you to aim as well. So if you don't have a chronograph, you do have to do a fair bit of fiddling with it and trial and error, and probably burn up a fair bit of ammo to get it dialed in properly. So I did, thanks to my Patreon supporters, I was able to purchase a chronograph, one of the new Garmin ones that you just sit on the bench next to you and you shoot, and those things are accurate and so compact and light. I definitely recommend them. So I think you're looking around about $900 to $1,100, somewhere around there, I think. I'm not sure what the current price is, but it should be around there somewhere. So there's a bit of an investment, but if you're doing a fair bit of shooting with thermals and trying to work out your ballistics and changing loads and scopes, and it might be worth looking into buying one. Bunty, hey, I'm from India. Yes, thermal. Do you like hollow sun? Actually, I haven't actually even tried them. I've heard they are supposed to be pretty good. Night Stalker 4K. That's the powered scope. I did do a review on one of them. They're a really nice scope to use. But then again, being night vision, I didn't really have a use for them, so I had to send it back anyway. So I didn't use it a lot. The author stoic. When I was in high school, we made a golf ball cannon that shot golf balls 3,200 feet per second, chronographed. You wouldn't want to be standing in front of that. It's something deadly by the sound of it. If you can spell out. Looks like your viewers are forgetting the thumbs up. Stir them up. If you do like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up to get it sent out further, to make YouTube post the algorithms out further. I'll go and see if I can plug this gimbal back into my thing so I don't have to hold this. I want to show you this new thermal. Hang on a second, I'm just going to put this down. I got a new scope in the mail today as well. I want to show you guys. Plug my power bank into, get my phone back in the holder. Doesn't look like it's wanting to work. I want it to hold my phone so I can use two hands again. Excuse me. No, it doesn't seem to want to work. So I might have to sit it down there for the time being. Can you all still see properly and hear me? What thermal 640 resolution do you recommend for the $3,500 mark? Well, $3,500 you usually can't get too many 640s. Excuse me. The Mars, this one that I giving away, I think it is currently about a bit over 2,000. We'd have to double check because the prices on their website are in US dollars. So you do have to do the conversion, but I think they're about around about $1,300 US, I think, at the moment. So I think that equates to a bit over 2,000. Sorry again, Bob. Was a bit unfortunate that I had to do the redraw, but I'm sorry again for the news. What's going on here? Well, I'm just going to show you. This is the new scope I got from Vector Optics. They've sent me, this is the new Turon Gen 2 5 to 40 by 56. So I thought rather than unboxing it in my review, I might just do it onto here, and so you can see what comes with it. I don't know what that is. So this is a premium line of their optics. So you got a user manual in here. Not sure what that is. It's got the QR code on the inside there, so you can download the manual properly. Gives you a picture of what the Christmas tree reticle that it's got in it. So this scope is a 5 to 40 by 56 for the first focal plane. It is a long range scope. They asked me what scope I wanted to do a review on, and I thought, well, I've never actually done long range shooting before and be interested to give it a go and try doing some long range shots. I've got that Ruger Hunter in 308 with a heavy barrel. I thought I might try it. So here we got some bit of information about it, and they have got a lifetime VRP warranty on them, so, and it's transferable. So even if you're not the first owner, you are still covered with that warranty. So we've got, comes with a little shade you can screw onto the front lens. It does actually come with some 34mm rings, because the tube is a 34mm tube, as you get a warranty card. They did actually send me some single piece rings to use as well. So that's a 34mm Picatinny 20 MOA rings, single piece rings I'll take out of the packet. They're XACCU, however you pronounce that, but that's the rings they sent through. Put that aside. They get all the other not so important stuff out before I bring the scope out. That's the little lens cleaning cloth, like a range tool thing for adjusting the turrets and whatever else, and a couple, well, they got a little throw lever in that packet, and a couple Allen keys as well. And then here's the scope itself. So it's got the rubber caps on it. Now it has got lockable turrets, so if you bump them, you can't turn them. When they're pushed down, you can't turn them and shift them, but got really, you can hear that, really nice crisp clicks, and it also has the zero marks on there. Same with the windage, really nice clicks on there. They lock down, and you can adjust where they lock as well. So the power goes from 5 all the way around to 40. So I haven't actually even seen it out, looked through it out in the daylight yet. So there's your front lens there. It's a 56mm objective lens, and your diopter adjustment on the back. So yeah, don't know whether you can see through it. Not going to be real good to. It's very hard to get. There we go, sort of. So very fine crosshairs in there with the Christmas tree reticle as well. Now it's got your parallax adjustment on the side here, from 15 yards to infinity, and it's also got, I imagine it's got a battery in there. I haven't taken it off yet, but that has got light up reticle inside it as well, so with the battery in there. So anyway, that's a quick view of the Vector Optics Turon Gen 2 5 to 40 by 56 ED scope. So anyway, so stay tuned for the review on that. It might be in the next month or so by the time give me a bit of chance to use it and form a proper opinion of it and show you how it performs. So hopefully I can hit some targets out at some longer distances. I don't know whether I'll get out to 1,000 metres, but got plenty of space out here to try it anyway. So I think to the end of my shooting range is almost 600 metres, so I might be able to do that. So anyway, now getting behind in the comments again. I need a short range sight of my AR-15. Need a short range sight for my AR-15. What rifles do you typically deal with? Most of my rifles are bolt action. I have got one little semi-auto 22 because I am licensed to have a Category C firearm here in Queensland. But I would like to go to Category D and get a semi-auto, like a wedge tail, maybe a wedge tail. Semi-auto 223 or something like that, in an AR-15 platform. Short range sight. Actually, I said I would show you this one as well. This is the Zerotech Trace ED as well. Just give you guys a quick look at this. I will be doing a full review on these scopes, but there's a bit of information. There's a book and stuff in there, the instructions, neoprene scope cover, and this is the LPVO from Zerotech. Really nice aluminium scope caps on the flip-up scope caps that come with it. Does have a button on the side here for your illuminated reticle, and it's got a pop-up turrets as well with really nice defined clicks, and it has a capped windage turret with also really nice defined clicks and a nice thread on that. So it's a 1:10 optic, so at 1 times you should get there you go. It's got the, see if I turn that on there, so zoomed right out. You've got the ring in the middle, which works almost like a red dot. When you zoom in, if I can get this to focus, so as you zoom in, that ring actually gets bigger, and if I can get this to work, if you can see that you do have sort of like a Christmas tree reticle in there with a real nice fine center red dot in there. So this is a new release from Zerotech. It's got a 34mm tube. I do have some 34mm worn rings coming for it to mount it, so I'll probably mount it onto my MPR 308, and I plan to do some on a shoot this week. So hopefully I can get the rings in time to try it out on that. So I will do, as I said before, I will do a full review of these scopes, so stay tuned for that as well, and hopefully I can get some time to get a bit of decent footage. I've also ordered a trigger cam as well, so I can actually get some footage through these daytime optics as well. Thanks for understanding, Bob. I do really appreciate that. So the author Stoic says I need a short range sight for my AR-15. I could definitely recommend LPVO on that platform. You can use a red dot. I've got a little Trigicon AccuPoint. No, what is it? Trigicon ACOG Mini, I think. But it's a fixed 1.5 magnification scope with a really nice etched reticle that does illuminate with the fibre optics and tritium. But it's fixed. I do like having the LPVOs being in low power variable optic. So you can have it zoom it right out to 1 power, use it like a red dot, but still zoom it in to get your distances as well. So Nate says hi from Ireland. Hi Matt. Silence. Do good forth. Hello from Michigan, USA. How you going, mate? It's good to see some people tuning in from overseas. Thanks, Ripper. Is Arkin junk? Well, I don't. The only Arkin optics that I've actually looked through are those binoculars. I did the stabilised binoculars, and they were some of the nicest binoculars I've actually looked through with like glass optic binoculars, and they were absolutely incredible. But they were just a loan to me, so I did have to send them back. But they were very incredible, clear optics. I think some of them are even German made. I'm not exactly sure where they were made, so don't quote me on that. Okay, I'm in the States, it's all legal here. Yeah, you got it lucky over there, mate. Australia is very tight with their gun laws, and it's getting to be a joke just about. G'day from Deniliquin. Thanks, Clive. How have the dogs been thinning out the numbers at all? I actually haven't seen any dogs here for a while. I've got a camera set up. There was one on the camera just the other day. I'll put some footage up in one of my videos when I get around to putting them together. But the Guard Pro camera got some the other night of a dog right over the other end of the place. I didn't get any eyes on the dogs down at the other block the last week. I did go out one night and howled them, and I did hear nothing answered to start with, and I kept driving around, and a bit later I did hear them howling over in the neighbour's place, but never got eyes on them. I tried howling back, but nothing ever showed up. So it's all gone pretty quiet. There hasn't been a lot around at all lately here to shoot, but hopefully I'll be able to get a bit. I'm going to a different property later this week, hopefully, all going to plan, and might be able to get a few pigs on the deck, hopefully. Just got my licence. Congratulations, Matt. Just got my licence. I've been in New South Wales, currently waiting for my first PDA. Just wondering your opinion on a good budget scope. Are you looking for a glass optic or a thermal or night vision, mate? Because if you can't go past a Leopold, in my opinion. They are very good scopes. They're sort of the mid-range and do have lifetime warranty. I've used Vortex ones as well. They are Chinese as well, but they do seem to be pretty good. I think they're Chinese anyway. I've never had any issues with them. Also got lifetime warranty on them. And actually, one that I've been using for a while is a CiviLife LPVO, and it has been terrific. Like the clarity is not as good as more expensive glass, but I've had it on the 308, I've had it on all sorts of different rifles, and it seems to hold zero well. excuse me, and I haven't had any problems with it. So you can check out them. I do have some links. I did do a review on it. It's a Civi Life. I can't remember what exactly it's called, but if you look through my videos and search Civi Life, I'm sure you'll find it in there. Actually, I could probably even put the link to it here. Actually, I'll give you, open up another tab, go to my videos, and it's a bit hard to search. Hang on. Yeah, here you go. LPVO Civi Life, LPVO scope review. I did. I'll put the link, post the link in here so you can go and check it out. That's the link to my review if you want to check that one out. I'm getting behind again. Arizona, USA, the Old West out here. Did you get a fish? We got a lot of brim when we went on a fishing trip. We went a long way to catch brim. I love my Arc and LPVO. That's good. I haven't actually tried them, but that's really good if you can enjoy using them. It always helps if you enjoy what you use them. What time is it over here? It's 9:02 p.m. Hi Richard. Can I use N-word? Not sure what you mean by that. Hi Silan Ball Gaming. Random FPV says g'day from Radelaide. G'day, Random FPV. I ordered a K-Bar 269 fighter knife. Is that good? Sorry mate, I have no idea what that knife is. I've never heard of one. Hello, I'm wanting to get a thermal for my dad's 223 ticker. Well, my advice is go and see your local dealer, mate, and they should be able to help you out with that. No worries, mate. Now, I don't know whether if there's anything else any of you guys wanted to talk about, any other questions. Otherwise, I'll probably wrap this up pretty soon. It's been a good night. I've actually really enjoyed sitting down here having a conversation with some of you. And enjoyed the comments. It's good to actually chat almost one-on-one in a group like this. I'd probably do this a bit more often. What area in Queensland are you from? I'm sort of central Queensland, lower central Queensland, around the Taroom area. Thanks, Mick. It did go pretty good. Still getting used to the whole going live thing. Something I'd never really done before. Thanks, Greg. Yep. I'll hopefully get this video edited this week if I get a chance. But I haven't got much time to do it in. Thanks, Wesley. Thanks, username 78. Right, so I think I might wrap this up now. Thanks again, everyone who participated. And Nissan Navara, okay, yeah, because I'm looking for something affordable but good, because I'm only 14, hoping after I get a job so I can get it for Father's Day. That'd be an awesome present for your dad, mate. They are a lot of money but it is I think it would make his day if you can definitely if you can afford it. But you just have to work out what sort of he needs to, his uses would be, what sort of animals he's going to shoot and what the distances. If he's shooting at longer distances, you need a higher base magnification probably. But if you're doing a bit of both, then you kind of need to have a lower base magnification, so you can do that closer work. But anyway, talk to your dealer and they'll be able to help you out on that one. And I do recommend actually going and having a look through them as well. Do I own the property, work on, or work as a farmhand? I work as a farmhand and more or less a manager here now. I've been here for about 13 years and my boss is a really great bloke, but he's getting pretty old now and I more or less run the place, but he still calls the shots. So anyway, I get on really well with him. So anyway, I might leave it at that. Thanks again for your participation and it's been a really good night. And also just a reminder, Craig, if you can send me an email, you've won the thermal scope, but if you don't get back to me within 3 days, I will do this again. Whether it be possibly on the weekend because I'm going to be pretty busy, so see what happens. But hopefully, what's today? Monday today, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday night. If I haven't heard from you by then, I might do another live and try again for round 3. Righto. Hang on, just a few more things here quick. Nissan Navara, the car you use in your videos, and Nissan Patrol and mostly pigs and roos. Yeah, so yeah, I do. It is a Nissan Patrol, a 4.2 diesel. A very good ute, but it's not mine. It's just my work ute. But I have the privilege of getting to drive it. They are a very, very good, reliable vehicle there. In the 4.2s. Hi from the Philippines. Hi, Simon. Yeah, righto. Well, thanks, guys, and I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on another video soon, hopefully. Righto, see ya.